Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our YouTube channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that this video is actually going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine. Kisumu is also fantastic. Maybe you could also let me know where you are watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, David Murathe, the Jubilee Vice Chairperson, who is also a very close associate of the former President Uhuru Kenyatta, yesterday through an interview on NTV, announced his return into Kenyan political scene. That announcement by David Murathe has actually rattled Kenya Kwanza. The announcement came just a few hours after Uhuru Kenyatta stormed Jubilee Party headquarters to rescue the party from hostile takeover by William Samoei Arap Ruto. And to understand the depth of the frustrations on Kenya Kwanza side, let me take you through Dennis Itumbi's post, which he made while listening to David Murathe. Dennis Itumbi is not your ordinary Kenyan. David Itumbi is the alleged spokesperson of the Hustler Nation. He's also CAS for, let me say, Chief Administrative Secretary for ICT. This is what he posted. David Murathe has sent SMS. I want you to pay very close attention to what he's saying. David Murathe has sent SMS and made calls pleading to be left alone and saying he would not play politics or even defend his vice chairmanship. You see, from what Itumbi is suggesting here is that David Murathe has been sending SMS, I don't know to who, maybe to the president or to Jubilee or whoever, and he's also been calling to plead to be left alone. And he's also saying that David Murathe has always claimed that he will not be playing politics, and even he will not even defend his vice chairperson of chairmanship of Jubilee. But he has renewed vega on NTV saying he will join Mandamano. Very well. So basically, from Dennis Itumbi, it is clear that Kenya Kwanza were trying to intimidate David Murathe. And because there is this assumption that David Murathe is actually Uhuru Kenyatta, by ensuring that David Murathe is not in politics, it means that Kenya Kwanza had hoped that they were also going to manage Uhuru Kenyatta from politics through David Murathe. But David Murathe ni nani? Now, this is David Murathe making the announcement before we proceed.
I'll be on the Mandamano and I'll be in the airport to receive Raila Odinga. It's because these people are looking for an excuse. You see Murathe, you see Uhuru. They have always been trying to link these Mandamanos to the former president. So some of us have deliberately tried not to be out there, although we are firmly in Azimio. Now, the talks were never meant to succeed. Let me start there. Actually appointing a Jubilee member, an Azimio member, to be a member of the Kenya Kwanza team in negotiations was actually to spite the entire process. These guys had no good faith. They never actually intended to do it. We are not going to do it. And by the way we resolved the Kenyan issues when we had such a similar stalemate is when you had Kiraitos of this world, Orengos of this world, they met out in Windsor, and then they brought their report to Parliament for adoption. These guys are rejecting the extra parliamentary, where you're going to involve the media, you're going to involve the civil society, you're going to involve the religion.
Now, that's David Murathe. And because in politics nothing happens out of mere coincidence, I want us to look at why David Murathe has made that shocking political return into Kenyan politics and why Kenya Kwanza is actually worried. Before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. And I want to ask you for this particular video, please just give it thumbs up for those who can, because that's the best way you can support the channel. You can also drop your comments because it helps YouTube in promoting the video. And importantly, you can also support this channel through the numbers on your screen via Mpesa. Now, let us get back to the real issues. If there's one thing which Kenya Kwanza really wanted from Uhuru Kenyatta, was for Uhuru Kenyatta to exit the political scene. That's why yesterday, when Uhuru Kenyatta made the surprise move of storming Jubilee Party headquarters, you could hear the noise from almost all Kenya Kwanza leaders, from Kimani Ichung'wah, from Aden Duale. Almost all of them were like, why would Uhuru Kenyatta go to Jubilee Party headquarters? Uhuru Kenyatta was very clear that he was saving Jubilee from hostile takeover. But I did a comprehensive analysis about Uhuru Kenyatta's move, which you can check in one of my videos below. But why do you think this announcement by David Murathe has actually caught Kenya Kwanza by surprise? For me, the following reasons. Number one, why Kenya Kwanza rewarded? Number one, the announcement by David Murathe means that Uhuru Kenyatta has now entered into the political scene officially. You see, Uhuru Kenyatta is the former president of the Republic of Kenya, commander-in-chief. His farm was raided, he kept quiet. His party is being raided, now he has responded. If there's one thing William Ruto would not want to do, is to be seen to be fighting Uhuru Kenyatta directly. That's why he has been using Rigathi Gachagua and using proxies. But Uhuru Kenyatta is now telling him that we are coming. So basically by Uhuru joining politics, it means his troops are going to come. And it means, therefore, that if it's a matter of force, the government will be now targeting those people. What will that mean? You see, Ruto was dealing with Raila Odinga and demonstrations. And they made these demonstrations to appear as if they were a Luo affair. By Uhuru Kenyatta now coming out through his allies, like David Murathe, rest assured that it will be possible, or it might be possible, for some of his allies to be targeted. And that will be good politics for opposition. It's also possible that some of Uhuru Kenyatta's allies would be able to mobilize and organize demonstrations in their backyard. And of course, because of sympathy, because they'll be targeted, it will be easy. And I'm reading something. You see, the other day, Kimani Ichung'wah made a statement that there's a re-emergence of Mungiki in the mountain, and associated that to Uhuru Kenyatta's past association with Mungiki. But let us wait and see how these things are going to unfold. But I think their biggest worry is that by David Murathe now willing to go to airport to receive Raila Odinga, it means Uhuru Kenyatta's allies and his support base from the mountain will now be willing to join. They are going to sympathize. The truth of the matter is that in the mountain, Raila Odinga for the first time got 1.4 million votes. Those are not jokes. 1.4 million people voting for Raila Odinga from the mountain is serious. Now that Kenya Kwanza has failed the people of the mountain, like I saw Alice Wahome being rendered irrelevant in her own ministry, you know, a Kalenjin taking over, it means it's serious. This serious rebellion against Kenya Kwanza. It means those numbers can actually go up. The state of economy can make the mountain to rebel. So that's why they are scared. Number two, this return of David Murathe also proves one thing, that Kenya Kwanza's strategy of intimidating Uhuru Kenyatta's allies into submission is not working. Based on that tweet by Edeni Zitumbi, it was clear that if David Murathe had kept quiet, had decided not to defend his seat as a vice chairperson of Jubilee, nothing was going to happen to him. Now that he has said, okay, I'm joining politics and I'm going to be on the forefront, then it means it's going to be targeted. The fact is, There are so many leaders who are waiting to see what's going to happen, how Ruto was going to treat them. Intimidation, phone calls. You saw Matiang'i succumbing, Murathe there. Again, can tell you that even the former PS for Interior, Karanja Kibicho, is under the same category. By these guys now coming out, it means even people like Karanja Kibicho, people like Fred Matiang'i and others will actually decide to come out. And that would be bad politics for William Samoei Arap Ruto. And by the way, William Ruto has made a secret trip to Uganda. He has not posted anything. I'm coming to that later. Number 3, by David Murathe joining Azimio again, it shows one thing, that the Azimio demonstrations are now going to gain more momentum. Joho made a comeback. Murathe is now making a comeback, probably Uhuru Kenyatta and their supporters. Because according to David Murathe, they had decided they were not going to, they just wanted to take their cool, but the government have always tried to link them with the demos. Now they are coming to support it, so that you can say what you want to say. Because if you are saying Uhuru Kenyatta is supporting demos and is telling you it's not, now he's coming to support it. What can you do? Are you going to arrest Uhuru Kenyatta? Of course, that's something which they are contemplating. But importantly, which is my 4th point, is that the fact that more leaders are now willing to come out to choose to join Azimio after a long break is something which is worrying Kenya Kwanza. You know, Ngilu is back. Wairia is back. Joho is back. We are now talking of David Murathe is back. So it means many leaders are going to join. Most of these leaders were doing what is called wait and see attitude, to see how Ruto government was going to deal with them. How are they going to deal with their businesses? How are they going to deal with those who are close to Uhuru Kenyatta? So right now they know. For example, David Murathe already knows that, okay, these guys want me to resign from Jubilee chair. This is what they are saying about me. COVID, you know, what. So now they are now joining Azimio, which means Azimio is generally gaining momentum in terms of the demonstrations. Because initially, even within Azimio, the opinions were divided, whether the demos were right move or not. But now, even those who are opposed to the demos originally are now joining them in. And lastly, David Murathe's move can also be interpreted to mean solidarity with Uhuru Kenyatta in saving Jubilee. What that means is that those who supported Uhuru Kenyatta in the mountain are likely to show solidarity with Uhuru Kenyatta during this difficult time. And that will only confirm that Jubilee is still in Azimio. What Ruto wants is a situation where Jubilee is handed over to Kanini Kega and Sabina Chege, and then they sign a post-election agreement with Kenya Kwanza, and therefore Jubilee will not be part of Azimio. So by Uhuru Kenyatta coming out, David Murathe the vice chair coming out, it means they are going to prove that they are still part and parcel of Azimio. I don't know what to think. That's my take. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day. Bye-bye.